everyone, it's me again and welcome to Faith's Finds. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my little corner on the internet. My name's Faith Grenade and I put makeup videos here on YouTube. And you should subscribe and hit that little bell icon down below. It'll notify you every time I upload so you don't miss a minute of this riveting action. So riveting. What you've stumbled across is Faith's Finds, which is usually a haul of some kind. As you can plainly see by when this video was uploaded, it's a little late. Sorry about that. But I went to IMATS yesterday and I wanted to wait to upload this week's video until I had gone and come back from IMATS so I could talk about that whole experience and show you guys what I bought from there. IMATS is the International Makeup Artist Trade Show. They happen all over the world. There's one in LA, there's one in New York, there's one in Chicago, there's one in London, there's one in Sydney. They have workshops and demonstrations where, you know, you can talk to very well-established makeup artists, and they have a giant vending area full of brands that you normally don't see in person. They're brands that normally only sell online, full of makeup stores that are local to the area, full of just, you know, well-known brands who sponsored the event. And, you know, usually when you're there, you get access to things that haven't been released yet, and you get all of these things at a discount. The discount is meant to be for professional artists to build their kit with the newest and latest and greatest products, and the discount can be anywhere from 30 up to 60%. I'm exhausted. We did just a day trip there, and I think next year I'm probably just gonna cave and get a hotel and make a whole weekend out of it because that was exhausting. My train left for New York City. I took Amtrak, and my train left DC at 5:20 in the morning, and I live about an hour away from the train station, so my ass had to be out the door at 3 a.m., which, oh god. Being at IMATS, I ended up actually meeting a couple of pretty well-known YouTubers. I met Jordan Hans while I was there. I watched her presentation with NYX. I went and met Raw Beauty Christie. She was just walking around and I happened to see her. Oh my god, I fangirled so hard, like I didn't even get a chance to hardly say anything to her because she's just so sweet, so fantastic, such a wonderful human being. She remarked on how tall I am, which, yep, freakishly tall. And I also met Samantha Ravindal, which was really cool because her and Raw Beauty Christie came from like Seattle and Canada, respectfully. Like for them to come that far to be at the trade show was really special. And Sam was so down to earth, so nice, so amazing. I also met Dominique LDR from Instagram. Hi Dominique, it was great talking to you. She was working the Smith booth, and I actually had a full, like, meaningful, awesome conversation with her before I realized who I was talking to. I love her work. She's like one of my favorite artists on Instagram. I can't believe I didn't recognize her at first. It was one of those situations where it's like, you look familiar, where do I know you from? And then after you finish the conversation and have walked away, you're like, shit! It was a great time and I bought a lot of stuff. I'm gonna try to go in the order in which I stopped by each booth, but there were some booths that I stopped by multiple times, so I'm just going to go through as much as I can. So the first booth I stopped by was Sugarpill. I had to stop by Sugarpill. I also saw the owner of Sugarpill, Shrinkle, Amy. I never got the chance to talk to her because every time I sort of wanted to approach her, she was talking to somebody else, and I'm the kind of person who doesn't like to be that guy who like interrupts people, so I try to wait until they're free, but of course it's difficult to kind of find the right time, so I did see her there. I couldn't buy everything I wanted because they were already sold out of some stuff. They'd had the pro day the day before where all of the pro card holders, like working makeup artists, got to shop first, and I'm guessing that's where most of that went. But I did end up getting the 6-pan Magnetic Pro palette because I ended up picking up 6 more pressed eyeshadows. Sugarpill has some of my favorite eyeshadows on the planet, especially colorful ones. So first, I got 2 shades that ended up being in like compact form just because they didn't have the blank pans, they just had the compact, so I'm gonna have to depot these somehow. But I did get Poison Plum and Taco. Now I do have Poison Plum and Taco somewhere, but I think they got lost in the move. I haven't been able to find them. So I repurchased both of these. Taco is a true white. It is so useful for basing out your eyes when using colorful shadows. And then Poison Plum is one of the best purples on the planet. It's absolutely beautiful, and I've been meaning to repurchase it anyway, so I was like, I get a discount. Why the hell not? I got, this is Kitten Parade, which is a true sort of peachy color. I really should just open these up. Kitten Parade is like a true peachy rose gold, sort of pink gold flash. I've been meaning to pick that one up, I just never did. Candy Crush. And this is sort of a true shimmery light blue color, really, really pretty. I could see this working well in the inner corner or as a wash all over the lid. So I picked that guy up. I also picked up Kimchi. Kimchi is obviously the collaboration shadow they did with Kimchi, the drag queen. Fabulous, fabulous color, really bright, vibrant, true sort of aqua teal. Right here, it's such a pretty, pretty color. I'm gonna have to reorganize all of my pro palettes because I have one 6-pan and one 12-pan, and I'm thinking I'm gonna put the more natural or wearable, I hate that word, colors in the 6-pan, and then I'll just put the more colorful shades in the 12-pan. Flame Point. Flame Point is one of my favorite shadows of all time. It's a beautiful orange, and I'd been meaning to pick it up the first time I bought the Pro Palette, but it was sold out. So they had Flame Point, I had to pick it up. Awkward color arrangement, but it works in a weird way. Picked up some loose shadows from Sugarpill. I picked up, I didn't get to pick up as many as I would have liked because a lot of them were sold out, but I got Asylum, which is a true sort of rusty red shade. You guys know from one of my last videos, I absolutely adore these shades. This thing is packed to the brim, so I'm not gonna risk opening it up and showing you guys, but there's the color. Absolutely love this. I can't wait to crack into that one. Penelope. This I got on recommendation from the girl I was working with there. Penelope is a true sort of chunky copper. Can't wait to play around with that guy. That's gonna be fun. Okay, so next we stopped by the Hakuhodo booth. For those of you who are unaware, Hakuhodo is forget the Cadillac. Hakuhodo is the Rolls-Royce of makeup brushes. It's a Japanese company who's been around for hundreds and hundreds of years, and they originally made Japanese calligraphy brushes, but they started up a makeup brush line, and they make just top quality makeup brushes that are just stunningly beautiful. And I ended up treating myself to one Hakuhodo brush. This is the B002 brush. This is a sort of cheek like powder brush. This particular one is made of blue squirrel hair, which is one of the top quality hairs to do a natural bristle brush with. I don't have any natural bristle brushes. This is the only one, but I figure if I'm gonna get a goddamn Rolls-Royce of a makeup brush, I might as well, really get the full Monty. This brush on discount was $84 for one brush, which seems insane. But guys, the oils in these natural hairs are just, oh my god, I could just paint myself all day. This makes all the rest of my brushes feel scratchy. Like, you cannot compare the quality and the craftsmanship of these brushes. They're all handmade using traditional techniques dating back thousands of years, and you can feel the sort of quality and the history in these brushes. I would almost be afraid to use this. Like, I want to just preserve it forever in its original integrity. Like, I want to put it in a shadow box in my office and just never touch it. Like, on another level soft. Like, I just want to create an entire burlesque routine out of just running this brush over my mostly naked body. I did buy this. This was purely a splurge item. Like, this was not for my professional kit. This was purely for me. This was purely just to have one of these in my collection. You know, it's a luxury item and it's absolutely beautiful, and I'm so, so happy to have this in my possession. It's so nice. I went to Smith, the old Smith Cosmetics booth. I did stop by there. That's where I ended up meeting Dominique LDR. I stopped by Smith a couple of times because I have been dying to try Smith Cosmetics brushes, but I'd just never gotten around to it, and I was like, no time like the present. Let's, you know, I wanted to be able to touch them, to feel them, to see them in person, and they did not disappoint, honestly. They've got some really, really unique shapes. They did sort of feel scratchy in comparison to a Hakuhodo brush, but I have a feeling I just stopped by the Hakuhodo booth way too early, where I just ruined all the rest of this for myself. But I did go to Smith. The people at Smith were lovely. They were really, really nice, very helpful with explaining things and making recommendations for brushes to try for someone who is new to the brand. I picked up the Smith 203. This is a little short, stubby, angled brush. This seems like it would be beautiful for eyebrows. That's what I really want to use this for. Very, very stiff, very nice movement there for eyebrow work. I picked up the Smith 253, which is one of these, like, you know, quintessential paddle brushes for Smith. It's got that beautiful little point, very unique shape, so you can pack things on the lid or literally draw in a crease if you wanted to with the point. It's very, very versatile. I could see using this a ton. And then I picked up two blending brushes. One of them is the 232. This is the bigger, kind of fluffier blender. It's got a decent sort of pull to it where it's not too flimsy. I can tell that this is definitely going to be great for blending eyeshadow. And then I got the smaller version, the little sister to the 232, which is the 230. This is the teeny tiny one. I actually got this on recommendation from one of the guys who worked at the Lemonhead Los Angeles by Alcone booth, who's really nice. He was amazing, and he recommended this one to me. It's very small, perfect for detailed crease work. Can't wait to play around with that. And then my big face brush purchase was another recommendation from the same guy. This is the Smith 133. This is one of their newest brushes. It's a big sort of domed brush. I could see using this for foundation, for contour, for blush. It's a very multi-purpose domed brush, and I cannot wait to play around with that. It's not the softest thing in the world, but it's not horrible either. I went to Inglot. Of course, I had to go to Inglot. I mean, I love me some Inglot. They gave me some literature. They also gave me a coupon for 20% off in their online store, which is amazing. And that's really awesome, so I can buy more stuff that I might have forgotten to buy. And then with all of my purchases at Inglot, they gave me a free lipstick in a little palette. Isn't this cute? This is so sturdy, like it's really well made. It's from Inglot with Love. That is so cute. I love that packaging. It's like a little Freedom System palette. Oh, dude, that's amazing. So they didn't put the lipsticks in the palette. I guess that's why I got a little confused. I was like, wait, I guess they just gave me an empty palette? No, they did give me lipsticks. Let's see what the lipsticks look like. I haven't actually seen these. So this is the Freedom System Square Lipstick Matte finish in the shade 518. Wow, that is a bright pink. I don't normally wear bright pinks, but I'm not complaining. I will find a way to use this. You know, I'll put it in my freelance kit and put it on people who it suits far more than me. Number 91, which, let's see what number 91 is. Oh my god, this is so exciting. They gave me a yellow lipstick. That's so cool. Oh, thank you, Inglot. This is awesome. But that's because I bought other things. The first thing I bought is the brow liner gel, the AMC brow liner gel in the shade 16. I have been looking for a new brow product to try. I've been using Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade for a year, 2 years now, 3, I don't even know. but I ended up picking up one of these. It's a significantly tinier pot, but I have a feeling I'm gonna need less of it. It's a true taupe color. It's what I could find that I think matches my hair color the closest. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be dead on. So there you go, nice cool toned taupe color brow pomade. I did get 4 Inglot gel eyeliners. I did not get number 77, and I'll tell you why. I mostly never use black eyeliner for any reason on myself or on clients. I just find it's way too harsh. And when I do use black eyeliner, I have plenty of them. I don't really feel the need to pick up a separate black eyeliner. So while they did have number 77 there, I didn't pick it up because I just wouldn't use it enough to warrant purchasing it. But I did pick up 4 crazy colors. I picked up number 76, which is a true white. I've been looking for a white liner that isn't going to crack or crease or fade. It's sealed, as you can see, but it is a true white. I'm looking forward to playing around with this with some point work and stuff. Got number 65, which is a true blood burgundy. You know I had to pick this up. I mean, look how beautiful that color is. God. Number 70, which is a cornflower blue color. This is going to be absolutely gorgeous with some springtime looks. And then I also picked up number 84, which is a bright canary yellow. I absolutely love that. I've been wanting to push myself to do more liner-centric looks, so I'm hoping having these and what I'm going to talk about next here is going to push me out of my comfort zone and get me working with liner more, because I really don't do it enough and I need to work on freehanding and doing some really creative stuff. Then I went to the Suva Beauty booth. I could not leave IMATS without stopping by Suva Beauty. I got to meet the owner of Suva Beauty, who was absolutely freaking lovely. She was just a gem of a person. And Suva Beauty, for those of you not in the know, is known for their Hydra liners, their water-activated liner paints. I'm really excited to play around with these because I've heard so many amazing things about them. And the first shade I picked up is Space Panda. I just love that name. Space Panda, which is a true white. Again, I've been looking for a white liner that is decent and doesn't crack or split. These are sort of hard to the touch, but you activate them with water just like you would a body paint, and you can use those on pretty much anywhere. I wanted the red color, but they didn't have it. It was sold out. So I got the black, which is called Grease. It's just a true black liner. I'm interested to use that and compare it to some other black liners I've tried. That's going to be fun. Then I ended up getting a bunch of their UV reactive Hydra liners. I got Acid Trip, which is a true bright orange. I got Dance Party, which is a fluorescent kind of highlighter yellow. I got Fanny Pack, which is a green, and then I got Scrunchy, which is a hot, vibrant UV reactive pink. Really excited to mess around with those. And then for my last 2, I ended up picking up 2 that I hadn't really taken a look at before. One of them is called Fantasy Island, E-Y-E land. This one is like a true shimmery mint green. Isn't that pretty? I could see really using that for like some kind of springtime flower themed look. And then this one is Rose Gold, which is just as it is described, a shimmery rose gold. I'm excited to work with both of those as well. So yeah, I bought a bunch of Hydra liners. Got to talk to the owner. She was a total sweetheart. To be honest, I wish I had bought more from Suva Beauty because I'm really excited to try those. These are Lemonhead Los Angeles by Alcone. So Alcone is a makeup store local to New York City. They sell a lot of pro-centered products, and they're absolutely fantastic. And Lemonhead Los Angeles, you guys have seen me use them on my channel before. They're face, hair, and body glitters that are basically a glitter suspended in a gel paste. So you kind of have a glitter and a glue in one, and you don't have to fuck with it, which I really love. I had gotten some samples in a Muse Beauty Pro order and fell in love with them. They're amazing, beautiful to work with, so easy, and very great at kind of adding that little extra something to a look. And to be honest, I wish I had bought more Lemonhead Los Angeles glitters because, I mean, had I known that my husband was going to be totally okay with me spending money, as much money as I did there, I would have bought every single shade they had in stock because Lemonhead Los Angeles is so wonderful and they're so, the guys who were there were so nice and so accommodating. But this one is adult film. You guys have seen this on my Instagram before. It's a true holographic, you know, glitter suspended in a clear gel. I love this one because it's like, when you are, if you put it on your skin and you look straight on, like if I put it on my cheekbone and look straight on, you won't be able to see it. It's almost like it's not even there, but then it catches the light and it's just like, boom, hollow, action, craziness. Then I bought 2 of their Space Jams, which are pomades, so they're meant for more body and hair than for the face, but you can still use them on the face as well. You just got to be a little bit more careful with them because they are chunkier. I don't use these around the immediate eye area. One of the ones I got was Alconeholic, which is the exclusive shade that Lemonhead released with Alcone. This is a bluey, purpley, like, look at that. Oh my god! It looks so stunning. Oh, it's like a purple base with a bunch of bright iridescent blue-purple shift glitters. I can't wait to mess with that. That's gonna be so much fun. I also got the shade Marina. Marina is a UV reactive Space Jam pomade. I wish I had gotten all 4 of the UV reactive Space Jams because they are so bright and vibrant and colorful and they glow under blacklight. Oh, so amazing. I cannot wait to mess around with those. I also got this big beautiful bag. It's like a reusable shopping bag from IMATS. After that, we had already gone and done all of what we wanted to do at IMATS, and we had a little bit of extra time before our train left back for DC, so we ended up going to Sephora Times Square. I could not be in New York and not go to Sephora Times Square because it is such a big, beautiful store. They sell brands in Sephora Times Square that are normally online only. They had a full spread of Pat McGrath. They had a full spread of Natasha Denona. They had a full spread of Tom Ford. And I was looking around at everything and I was just like, because I swatched the Pat McGrath palettes and I was like, these are kind of like not giving me what I want them to. So I didn't end up picking any of those up. I didn't end up picking up any of Natasha Denona's shadows either because they're just too expensive for what they are. Like, I could not justify it. One of them is the Bite Beauty Amuse Bouche lipstick in the shade Kale. I've been looking at this for, I'm not kidding, a year. Like, basically since it came out, I've been looking at this. Oh, that's unfortunate. I just realized this. Okay, this is actually kind of fucked up. So, I was supposed to get the shade Kale. You can see that the box has, you probably can't see that, but the box has the word Kale on it, but when I pull the product out, it's in the shade Maple. I got the wrong shade in the right box. I mean, to be fair, this is a beautiful shade, but this is definitely not what I got. This is kind of true red shade, and Kale is supposed to be a deep blackened green, so I'm gonna have to take this back to a Sephora nearby me and see if I can swap it out for Kale, because Kale was the shade I wanted. Besides the point, that's why this kind of situation is why I always tell people, open your shit before you buy it. Like, I never think to do that with lipsticks. I usually do it with palettes. Any powder products, because I've had way too many situations or heard about way too many situations where people bought something, brought it home, opened it, and it was shattered. So I always insist on opening eyeshadow palettes before I buy them to make sure they're not broken. And the employees don't mind at all, as long as you're not like swatching the product or anything before you buy it. You can even go up to the front like checkout register and ask them to open it for you, and they'll be all too happy to do that. I haven't had anyone really complain about that yet. But one of the last things I bought from Sephora Times Square was the Kat Von D and Divine palette. I had been looking at this for ages and kind of hemming and hawing about it, like, should I get it, should I not get it? I've swatched it I don't know how many times. The colors didn't really speak to me at first, but I bought it, and I bought it for a few reasons. For one, I had the 15% off discount because the VIB early bird sale was going on, and I am rouge, so I ended up getting a little bit of a discount on it, and I kept swatching it, and the colors swatch beautifully, just so beautifully. And being a Maryland native, Divine is sort of a hero in the Maryland, you know, in Maryland's like queer history, so I just felt very compelled to grab this and test it out and play around with it. And really, when I'm looking at everything I bought, like, you know, when I look at these lemon head glitters and this you know, Divine eyeshadow palette and some of these Hydra liners and some of this other stuff, I'm seeing very much of a pattern here. I was very gravitated toward bright colors and interesting textures, and I am going to have a lot of fun playing around with some of this stuff. I highly recommend anybody who, you know, if you're a working makeup artist or you're interested in becoming one, go to one of these trade shows. It's a fantastic experience. You end up learning a lot and meeting people and seeing products that you wouldn't have otherwise been able to see and touch and feel. I'm really excited about all this stuff. I felt like I had been getting in a bit of a funk lately when it came to makeup. I was really doing a lot of the same things and getting stuck in kind of a rut, and I needed something like this. I needed something like IMATS to just pull me out of that funk, pull me out of the rut I was in, and push me to, you know, do more creative things and play around with more creative stuff. So I'm getting myself a bunch of this stuff, and I'm holding myself accountable to actually using it and messing around with new textures and new formulas, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing. I feel very revitalized in my makeup artistry. I feel very inspired coming back from this, and I would happily do it again. I hope you guys found this video helpful, informative, or entertaining. If you did, there's a button for that. Spank that like button in the butt, you know it deserves it. And if you want to see more from me, you've got a couple options now. You can click the videos on either side of my head to binge if you're bored or bummed out, or hey, you can hit that button that looks like my face and subscribe and become a member of the faithful today. I put out new videos every Sunday, and if you really love me and you want to keep these videos going for the long haul, I've got a Patreon link down below. I appreciate your support. Thank you guys so much for watching and joining me today, and I will see you in the next video. Toodles!